Penpal's spaces are ways of showing your shapes with or without transforms. You can see and change your current space by going to the button to the right of the three tabs. The shapes inside this graphic have been skewed to a value of 16, while the layer itself has been rotated 12 degrees to give it this isometric look. If I wanted to make the graphic longer at the bottom, not only is it hard to select the points that I want to manipulate in After Effects, but when I hold Shift to constrain, it's only capable of constraining to the axes of the comp itself rather than the space of the shapes inside. In Penpal, I can switch to layer space and see the layer without the rotation that's applied to it, just its contents. Or I can even switch to local space and see it without the skew. That means I can select all the points that I want really easily, zoom out if necessary, and then just click and drag while holding Shift to make my shape longer. Bear in mind that spaces are coordinate systems. This layer has been scaled up to 3000% of its original size, which was much smaller. So if we were to edit it in comp space and do something like move this point down by precisely 10 pixels, we're moving it by 10 comp pixels. But if we were to switch to layer space and do the same thing, we'd see it move a lot further because the layer space coordinate system is different. You can see and edit the values of individual points and tangents by double-clicking on them in Penpal. Here we see that the value of this point in the top left is different in layer space to the value it has in comp space. In this comp, I've set up another example to show why shapes don't always look as you expect them to in different spaces. In comp space, things will always look the same as they do in the comp. In layer space, the ellipse seems to have jumped to the right, and in local space, the square has jumped left and got smaller. Let's look at the timeline and hit UU to reveal all the non-default properties. The ellipse is in the center of a single layer, but its position has been moved over to the left of the comp. Let's reset that to its default, and now things look like they did in Penpal's layer space. In the star and square layer, the star is in the center, but the square has had its shape group transformed. If we reset the position, we'll see it move to the center, and if we reset the scale, we'll see it shrink down, because the path itself was actually smaller than the other shapes. So in layer space, you see things without layer transforms, and in local space, you see them without layer or group transforms. Click the card on the right to watch the next video, or the one on the left for the whole playlist.